Tweedledee, Tweedledum. That's about the expression I can give the world right about now. So I had a big argument, or debate, I should say. I try to debate them, but it always turns into an argument when they start losing debate, and then it's like, fuck. This whole conversation just went to shit. I'm trying to inform our local media that they should, if they're going to post daily fucking reports on COVID, okay? How many people got it? How many people died? How many people are in ICU? How many people? You know what I mean? It's every fucking day. Or it's every other couple days. And it's just fucking sickening. So I wrote to him, why don't you post the cancer fucking patients? People who just caught cancer. People who are dying of cancer. Why don't you post things on suicide? His response was, well, they didn't give us that information, and we asked for COVID information. I'm like, it's okay, so why don't you ask for this information? Never replied. So I sent links to where you can get that information from the government of Canada, not some fucking wild fucking whatever, whoever made up a fucking website. Canada, the government, the experts that this very reporter is getting their data from. I'm handing him the exact same fucking information from the exact same people, but on different subjects. And he's trying to tell me that you can't get that information. It's not out there. Fuck you, man. I don't know where these people get their licenses to do what they're doing, or if they should even be allowed at this point. I mean, even the organization here that I'm talking to, they should be shut down immediately. This guy gets online, and if you say one thing that goes against the narrative, he's right there making sure he fucking belittles you, makes you look like a little child in front of everybody. He talks to you like you're not smart. There's no way you can be smart because, hey, you're on a fucking Facebook account, not in a fucking college debating. Fuck. Man, this goes on and on. So anyways, to that individual, well, it turns out you were fucking wrong, huh? Because even the experts of Canada agree with me. Not with you. They agree with me. And now they're even on fucking the media, so all these outlets like ABC and shit, Global, and they're fucking screaming at you guys to knock this shit off. See, people don't understand the psychological consequences of constantly fear-mongering and fear-driving has on the human mind. I'm not saying me, because I never believed in the government, and I don't care what fucking disease or alien or whatever the fuck happens, I'm still not going to believe my government, okay? I'm not a flip-flopper. To all of you fucking fuckers out there who are like, oh, I fucking never trust the government, never trust the government. Oh, COVID, give me the needle, give me the needle. You're flip-floppers. You never trusted the government, but now all of a sudden they're your fucking angels, okay? That's a flip-flop. Fuck. You're fucking pathetic, man. So, the experts agree with me that these media outlets should stop posting this shit. And if they are going to continue, which, okay, whatever, if you're going to continue, everyone has the right to information, right? Then at least fucking be fair. If we're going to claim, like they do, that this is about protecting our community and it's about the health of our community, well, what about cancer? What about drug overdoses? What about alcohol poisoning from alcoholism? What about suicides? What about people dying, homeless people, elderlies dying on the fucking street during winters? Are you going to post those numbers? X amount of numbers are now out on the street and X amount of numbers of that X amount fucking died? Like, are you going to post these numbers too? Because, I mean, this is about health, our community, and safety, right? So that's why this guy, he always loses debates against me. And he just runs away. Like, and he does. He just runs away. I don't hear a fucking thing from him. And then all of a sudden somebody else will comment agreeing with me. But instead of fucking answering the question I left off with, he'll come back on just to talk to that one person. So then, like today, I went right underneath his post and I asked him again another question. Why aren't you listening to the experts? No answer. That's where you nail them in the coffin in the fucking every time. Okay? If you ever want to win a debate, the second they just disappear from that conversation because you ask a serious, actual question. I wasn't a smart ass about it. It was an honest question. And he ran away. So it just goes to show. And then, of course, his excuse is, well, I just didn't bother because he's just being an idiot. And that's always the excuse for these people, right? That lose debates. But you lost. And I enjoyed fucking defeating you every fucking time. And now, there's no arguing your way out of this one, bud, because the top experts here in Canada, the very people you fucking trust and been relying on throughout this whole pandemic, where you've been getting your statistics, like the AHU or whatever the fuck they're called, comes from these head fucking experts. And these experts are saying, back the fuck off with this number shit, this big game you're playing with fear inside of the citizens' minds. It's a big game they're playing. That's what the media is doing. So it's time that we fucking... It's time to quit. Just call the quits, okay? Because you're embarrassing yourselves. You guys are like Doug Ford, you know, when the experts said, oh, you should close down even Boxing Day, everything for Christmas and the holidays. And did you listen? No. And look what happened. Oh, no, that's right. I forgot. How could I ever forget? The 10 people or the 15 people that got together at Christmas, that's what caused the big major spike. Not the millions that poured into Walmart. What am I thinking? You see, this is what a college degree gets you. They actually believe this shit. I don't want a college degree if that's what it gets you, thank you. I'd rather life experience any day of the week. Fuck. Can't believe they believe that shit. That's what a degree gets you. I don't want it. So, going to college, apparently, as far as I can tell, in my own opinion, going to college means you're erasing any type of critical thinking in your brain. Like, it's gone. Because anybody with a fucking half fucking brain knows that that ain't fucking correct. But they believe it. They think it's the 15, 20 people. Oh my God, end of the fucking world. Not the millions. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm talking so much, I have my cigarettes going out. Now, I want to ask all you women on my Facebook, as well as any woman out there who sees this, a question. A question. So before you go off the fucking hinge, before you rip your fucking hair out of your head, before you start your fucking period before you're supposed to, hear me out. It's just a fucking question. I heard this question and I still haven't... honestly, it's an asshole answer, but it's the only answer I can come up with. And it is concerning abortion and mother and father rights. Okay. So let's say a mother has a one-night stand, right? Says, I'm not ready to be a mother. I can't do this. This is no way. It's not healthy for the baby to be brought into this world, or whatever the excuse is for the woman. Or she just doesn't want it. Some cases, they just don't want it. There's no other excuse. They just don't want it. So they have an abortion. They opt out of being a mother. And the father has zero fucking say in the matter. Okay. So here's my question. Can a father opt out of being a father? Serious moms, I'm asking you. That means bye-bye child support. Remember that. Bye-bye child support, because dad now opts out of fucking being a father. All responsibility falls on the mother. Is that fair? You see, this is why there needs to be a 50-50 between man and woman, between father and mother, of what happens to that baby. Because now we end up with questions like this. If a mother can opt out of motherhood, why can't a father opt out of fatherhood? I thought this whole women's rights movement was about equality. Sounds like to me more like they want that extra 1%, so it's 51%, 49%. And that's not equality. I can't stand up and go and stand beside you at any of your protests or during any of your marches knowing that it's okay for you to opt out of motherhood, but I can't opt out of fatherhood. I'm not saying I want to, but I'm just throwing that as an example. So I'm honestly asking, before you rip your fucking hair out of your head, it's an honest question. Not a sarcastic one, not an asshole one. I'm actually asking women what they think about this question. And do you have an answer? If a mother can opt out of fucking motherhood based off of equality, should therefore not the father be able to opt out of fatherhood, which means bye-bye child support, bye-bye anything else? So just a quick question on that. That's all. I wanted to bring that up real quick before I continue on, because that's been bugging me since yesterday, man. And the only answer I can come up with is, yeah, if the mother can opt out of motherhood, then the father should have the right to opt out of fatherhood. Period. And if we're not going to go off this pattern, then it has to be 50-50 equal rights when it comes to the abortion of the child that the father put in the mother. Oh, but it's my body, my choice. I raised that child. It feeds off me. I'm the one who helps it grow. But if you take the father out of the equation, right? What do you got in your belly that you're helping to grow? What do you got in your belly? Like, your body, your choice, what? Because there's nothing in there. You put the father back in there. Oh, okay, now we can have this conversation again. So I'm just trying to figure this out. I really would like to really sit down and barrel this out with moms and dads. I would love to hold an actual show right here in my kitchen if I can. I want 3 women, 3 men. I want 3 moms, 3 dads. That's what I want, okay? And we're going to have an actual open debate and conversation on this. And we'll air it live. Anyone who's willing, let me know. Reach out to me. Let me know you're willing. And let's fucking organize this. Because then I'm going to take that. If we can come to a conclusion or a solution, then I would like to take that to Ottawa, which is just up the road from me, and present it to the Parliament. So that way, the judges of the Supreme Court can view it and access it. Because honestly, that's an honest question now. If you really sit down and think about it and not just put your pride in shit, you stick that aside for 2 seconds. If a mom can opt out, why can't a dad? And that's another thing about this whole fucking... Like, I'm just going to go off on this one for a quick second about this child support. The mom takes the dad to court, wins custody of the children. Dad's now forced to pay mom. Vice versa. If dad goes to court, wins the case, mom then has to pay dad. I'm not saying for mom or dad, okay? This goes both ways. I'm talking about child support in general. So don't flip out. Why should either one pay the other? Didn't you just go to court and argue how you can take care of your children better than the other person? How you're the most responsible one? Well, how are you the most capable and responsible and this and that as a parent if you need mom or dad to supply your money to feed those children, to put a roof over that head, to fucking... Doesn't make sense to me why this is in effect. Oh, pardon me. If you want child support from the father or mother, then that fucking custody rights should just be divided 50-50. No one pays anyone. So vote for me in power, and that's something I am going to change, because I don't think that's fucking right. If you're going to demand that you get full custody of your kids, or even dad gets or mom gets weekends, and you get the rest of the time, I just don't understand how dad or mom should have to pay for your time. If you don't want that time, then split it 50-50 between both parents with the children and their time. Common fucking sense. But we don't have common sense. As I already stated earlier, man, these degrees, they don't fucking... Your critical thinking's gone. You don't have critical thinking no more once you're done college and university. You don't... None. Unless you're taking like science or fucking astrology or something like math-based or scientifically research-based or anything like that. Lawyers, judges, politicians, doctors, stuff like that. Your critical thinking is gone. You have a one-track mind and there's no other thought process in your brain. I don't want that. Especially as a fucking leader. So, we are now officially past the 600 billion fucking marker. And they just announced that they're planning on spending hundreds of billions more. Fuck COVID for a second. Fuck everything else for a second. The vaccines, all that shit. Fucking fuck it for a second, okay? Where was this money before? Where was this urgency to save lives before? You see, this is what's causing myself and many, many others the hesitancy. This is one of the main reasons. This isn't all the reasons, but it is one of the main fucking reasons. This is about saving lives. It's about our health. It's about our communities. It's about Canada as a whole, right? Why are we still allowing gain-of-function research in Canada on diseases that fucking... Sorry, I got a message. On diseases that cause fucking far more fucking 15% plus. COVID's like a 1 or a 0.9 or something percent fucking... And this is what it's done to our world and to us. We're still allowing diseases that fucking make COVID look like a head cold. Okay? The real diseases that where you will see bodies dropping dead on those fucking streets. And all down the fucking street. And these diseases are still being allowed to be played with. And on top of that, we have vets who committed suicide. We have elders who are being mistreated. We have homeless that are dying. We have people who are drug overdosing. Oh, and don't get me wrong, there's people out there that do it and they just don't fucking care and they just keep doing it and then eventually they die. Those are idiots. But there are people out there, like people who lost their fucking businesses, people who lost their livelihoods, people who lost everything they've ever gained. And they have nowhere left to turn, so they turn to fucking drugs or they turn to alcohol, and then eventually it just overtakes them and they die. Or they commit suicide. Where was the money for this? Even a fraction of the money they've spent, folks. I don't give a fuck about the total sum, okay? I don't give a fuck about that. Just a fraction, man. 100 billion. That's all. That's fucking not even that's a fraction of what they're totally fucking spent so far and what they're planning on putting on top of that. Would have solved all these fucking problems. We just found out to solve world hunger yearly would cost us $6 billion. Not 600, not 60, just $6 billion. All those starving children we watched over the years on our TV where they were begging us to fucking donate would have never fucking been an issue. The people you see with their fucking arms the size of 2 of my fucking fingers because they got no food in their body would have been solved. For years. Just the money alone on what Canada has spent on COVID. We could have solved world hunger. Just us, just Canada, world hunger, with the whole world. We would have solved it for over 100 years. Well over 100 years. And you're telling me that this is about saving fucking lives? So this is one fucking problem you guys keep having, you experts. Sorry, I had to burp. This is the problem you guys are facing right now. Because you're saying a whole lot of pretty words. You're acting like politicians. But in the end, all you're doing is leaving us with more questions. You know, the ones that actually still have critical thinking left in their brains. You know, the ones that aren't affected by the zombie virus, the real virus that's going around, not this COVID bullshit. Like, don't get me wrong, COVID's real. It's there. But, yeah. It's nothing you'd even be concerned about. Like, just look at our experts now. They're trying to get on TV and tell everybody that everybody has to get fucking vaccinated because you got 14 times this fucking chance of dying, 16 times this of getting severely ill. But what they're not telling the people, and this is the problem, because I've looked up these numbers. I've actually done my research on this, you supposed fucking retarded experts. Okay, I've done my homework on this. And I can tell you right now, all those numbers you stated are 100% correct. That's right, folks. I'm agreeing with them. But this is the part where we disagree. Those numbers only apply to those who are actually fucking weak when it comes to getting sick or is old. It has nothing to do with someone my age. It has nothing to do with someone your age, unless, of course, you have compromises or you're old and you're already beginning that deteriorating state towards your death. Or I say death, but in reality, it's just a new life, right? So this is what's happening, and they're trying to use this as an example for everyone. You know, everyone's to blame. Fucking everyone's gonna be sick like this. Everyone's gonna die like this, kids included. But they're not telling you that the scientists, the researchers, the data, the people who actually ran those statistics were basing it off of elders and people that have immunocompromise. Not regular fucking people like me or you, especially people who are fucking strong, who actually fucking have an immune system and are healthy. Critical thinking 101. So this is where we're at. And they actually think that we're going to fall for this shit. First they told us herd immunity. Now herd immunity is not even a fucking thing anymore. We don't even know what that is anymore. Herd immunity means 100%, not fucking 80 or 70% anymore. It's 100% now. Which isn't herd immunity. It just means they want everybody fucking vaccinated. And why? Why, you ask? Oh, that's an easy fucking question to answer, but I don't think Facebook will let this stay up long enough for me to answer it. So I'll put it in quick, simple terms. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Every fucking needle is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And a lot of these politicians in our government actually have stocks, shares, bonds, and fucking interests in these vaccine companies. So the more money we lose, they gain. They gain. We lose. You know, this is times like this where I want to take my cactus and just fucking start hitting myself in the head. Maybe I'll just become like a zombie like everyone else. Maybe that's what it is. Man, you don't believe me, there's zombies? You don't believe me? Go online and just say anything smart about COVID. Say anything you want. Even be 100% factual about it, okay? And you watch how fast that you get attacked. They're going to smell your fucking brains, and they're going to lunge. That's a zombie. It's not the zombies we thought we were going to get from The Walking Dead. It's kind of 50-50. The only difference is these ones aren't deteriorating and their bodies aren't molding, but other than that, there ain't much fucking difference. So, again, the only way to solve it, put your name in there. Make sure somebody can mark your fucking name off as a prime minister. Put your uncles, put your moms, put your dads, put your brothers. If you got no one, put mine. I am running, put mine. Okay? This is just that simple. Watch all my other videos. I go through detailed plans on exactly how I'm going to implement everything I stated about my plans. What have they done? What have they done? They tell you a lot of pretty words, a lot of pretty promises, but what have they done? And then when pressed by the media about their plan, their actual plan, they don't give it because they don't got one. And it's sad too, because Canada, we used to be the most open, neighborly, loving, fucking, we'd help everybody out. Neighbors were helping neighbors, and this really brings the worst out in Canadians. It really fucking does. I just had to listen to it again today about how fucking people who are unvaccinated should die. But yet they want us to get vaccinated to save our lives. And if we don't get vaccinated, they want us to catch COVID and die. So which one is it? Do you want us to live or do you want us to die? Like, critical thinking. Just gone out the fucking window in Canada, man. It's just gone. No one's allowed to think for themselves. If you think for yourself, you're an evil, sadistic, selfish piece of shit. If you think for yourself, if you use your brain to solve a problem and find a solution, you're garbage. That's the fucking mentality of a vast amount of fucking people. And again, it's not their fault. It's these scumbag media fucking goons who are sitting there fear-mongering in everybody. Making everybody believe we're all gonna fucking die. Did you know, if they actually ran the numbers the way they're doing it now for COVID, if they would have done it for years now, for the flu, and then COVID would have came, and you saw all the numbers for COVID like we are now, you wouldn't even fucking you would have never taken a vaccine. Go run back Oh, that's right. You got to go statistics month by month. You can't get the same kind of data that they're giving you in the media because they're doing like daily, couple days, weekly. You do that with the flu, you guys would be shitting your fucking selves. You would literally fucking shit yourself in fear if this scares you. It's like here in this region, the SDG region, 10 new cases. That's what it is. There's no confirmed cases, but 10 new cases that are possible COVID. And of course, our media right here in Cornwall fucking bounced right on it. Oh, 10 new cases, 10 new cases. And it's like, well, okay, and? So what? So what? 220,000 people in fucking the SDG area. 10 people got sick. Didn't die, just got sick. So what? Why are you posting that? It's not news. Who cares? Nobody cares other than the media because the media is making a lot of fucking money from the fear mongering. So I hope our government or someone within the government sees this video. And I know I swear a lot, but I hope you do see it. And I hope you fucking stop these media pricks by taking them to court. Sue the shit out of them. And they right down to the local fucking level too, because these guys are out of control. Out of control. Even if you go on there and ask a question, they belittle you. It's out of control. So we need our politicians. I'm not asking the liberals because you're fucking useless. But I'm asking all the rest of the politicians, somebody get a lawyer, fucking take him to court. I don't give a fuck. You gotta stop this shit. It's ridiculous. Fuck. Are we gonna post the weekly numbers for the amount of people that died during car accidents and whatnot, or that have been severely injured during fucking a week or something, or a month? Are we gonna start posting that every fucking time now? No. Why? Because there's no fear in that. Nobody's gonna give up their car. But Jesus Christ, you thought you had rights, and well, I guess you never had rights because you just gave those up willingly too. All the heroes of old, William Wallace, Joan d'Arc, all these people you guys fucking admired your whole fucking lives are fucking disgraced by you. Of how willing, you're willing to go from 1 year, I'll never trust my government, nothing they say will ever make me believe them, to the very next year, oh please put your needle, your experimental drug in my arm, please. You ashamed our heroes of old. They're very disappointed. I can feel it. They're fucking disappointed. Sad and disappointed. They're fucking ashamed of the people of today, man. I can tell you that right now. If they're looking down at us, they are fucking ashamed. But again, you can't blame these people. And that's what I always do. I never blame them. I call out the bullshit, but I'll never blame them for their actions. Yes, they're dicks for doing it, but again, they're only doing it because of the media. And that's where the fucking problem that needs to stop. That it starts and where it needs to stop. It's at the fucking media level. Look how many times they've lied. Look, just during the Kyle Rittenhouse case, even here in Canada, they were calling this kid a fucking racist and this and that and fucking going off. So Kyle, if you're watching this, I hope you fucking sue our media too. Because I to be honest, I want them all fucking destroyed. I think all media in Canada needs to either A, disconnect from fucking any government entity, or which they won't because they're getting too much goddamn money, or B, they need to be completely dismantled and let our private journalists fucking take the stand. Billions, hundreds of billions gone now. And we're going to spend hundreds of billions more. But we couldn't help the kid that was eating out of a garbage can living under a bridge in Vancouver. We can't help fucking that vet who's sitting on the street corner fucking twitching and freaking out because he's going through PTSD and he's having fucking flashbacks. No, we can't fucking help them. But we can help fucking countries around the fucking world. We can go across the fucking world and send hundreds of billions there. And hundreds of millions over here. But we can't help our own fucking people. And these are the people you fucking trust. You know, get your fucking jab. Have a good day.